Hey tubers, welcome back. I was asked to do a review specifically on the half-inch Ryobi 18 volt Impact, battery powered Impact. And I got this, and I got it specifically for changing wheels out, and you know, I've been very happy with it. It's got 3 speeds. That's, you know, third and high, then it's got second. The first one that's first. I've been very happy with this. If I'm changing tires, it's a go-to tool and so forth. And it comes in really handy if you have the right sockets to go to it, both metric and SAE, right? Society of American Engineers. So if you're doing a lot of wheel changes, tire changes, very handy. It goes a long way on the battery, especially the bigger batteries. These are the extended run lithium ions. Got good things to say about it. But when it comes to tools that have really been kind of a game changer, this is the 1/4-inch drive Ryobi Impact, and I have to say, it seems that every day I'm using this for the kind of work I do. This is a 3/8 bit, but if you go with the 1/4-inch bit and, you know, put your 8mm in it, it really makes very quick work of taking the side cover off an engine. I mean, literally, in a minute, you can spin all those bolts out. I mean, it sure beats, you know. So this has been the biggest game changer. I really like these, and I ended up with a few of them. One of them I bought, and might have been the specials, the big box stores are running right now, where, I don't know, for somewhere around $100 you can get the drill, the smaller battery, and a charger, and then for $50 more you can get like this guy. It might have been that kind of deal. But then I also bought, a guy had a load of tools. I think this is one of them because of the amount of wear on it. And he had all the tools. He had the green drills, the impact drivers, like that radio. He had I think that's where I got the this blower from. Right, I like got all the tools from him, and that's why you'll see more than one here. You can see I have a 3/8 bit on this. In this case, I got a square drive for driving screws. I've just been using it a lot on the canvas building out there. I think you guys can see it, right? Can you see it? There you go. Now you can see it. So if I could only buy one, right? I only get one choice. I got to tell you, I'd be buying the 1/4-inch Impact first, because I literally use that all the time. The second tool I would probably buy is the drill. The drill, you can also use it to drive screws. It's strong enough to do that. Generally speaking, I run these all day and part of the next day, and sometimes even part of a third day before it's like, oh, wait a minute, I have to go charge the batteries because they finally ran out. So lithium ion batteries are great. This is an example of the older stuff that ran on the NiCad batteries, though the lithium ions fit and work beautifully on those. The nice thing about the blue stuff, You could get it really, really reasonable at the flea markets. Everybody thinks they're old and they don't work, but they work fine with the lithium ion batteries. So this isn't a handy tool. I mean, if you need to make 1 or 2 cuts, it's good for that. You know, you're putting up a mailbox on the end of the driveway rather than bring a load of tools out. If you know you're going to make a cut, you bring this, and it does fine for that. Though typically this would cut like maybe, I don't know, 5 2x4s, you know, 2 2x8s, and then it's, you know, they don't cut forever. The only Ryobi tool 18 volt version that I've been disappointed in is this one. And oops, I don't know what its problem is, but boy, is this thing rough on batteries. It says reconditioned on it. I mean, it turns fairly easily, but you know, there are people who are supposedly taking tops off of parking meters, right? And they, you know, they claim that they were using these. I don't think I would cut much more than this thin little pipe here before the battery is completely gone. So I don't see how people were using these parking meters. To me, it wouldn't last nearly that long. This thing, just the battery consumption is crazy on it. Where I could see this being perhaps useful, if one is like cutting this cattle panel fencing, right? I mean, you could, you know, go through it fairly quickly each piece, but for cutting pipes or anything like that, or any real angle iron, I haven't been happy with it. Maybe somebody's going to write in and say, well, you bought a reconditioned one that wasn't any good, and that's possible too, but it doesn't seem to smoke, or the motor doesn't seem to get excessively hot. It just seems to be really, really tough on batteries. I don't know. I'm sure you guys will let me know what you think. Once again, when it comes to the Ryobi stuff, you got to go lithium ion. Works well. I also went for the weed whacker, that guy right there, and it lasts 45 minutes to an hour on one of these bigger batteries. And I don't know how much you guys could weed whack before you're about sick of the sport. For me, if I last the length of the battery, I've had a good day. I don't enjoy weed whacking, so if I last 45 minutes, I really did well. So once again, if I were to buy only one, it would be the 1/4" Impact, probably next to the drill. I don't do that many tires, so you know what, the 1/4" Impact for a lot of these all-terrain vehicles, it's also enough to get done what I need to get done. So useful for cars, for the bigger stuff, automotive. For all-terrain vehicles, kind of overkill. You could get away with the 1/4". All right, any questions on this stuff? Let me know. Do check the sales flyers, because a lot of this stuff is being sold real reasonable these days. By the way, the batteries on the $100 kit are the smaller batteries. They're thinner than this. They don't last as long. You can get a set of these bigger ones, I think, for about $80. Depending, once again, what you're doing, how much you're going to use them and all that, it may or may not be worth your while and money. But for me, when I bought that huge batch of them, it came with 3 or 4 of these big batteries, so I wasn't going to leave them behind. All right. Thanks for watching. Please drop a comment down there. Like, subscribe, all that great stuff. If you're inclined to do that, I'd appreciate it. And get out there and have a great day. Bye now.